We told you a little bit about Bob. Curtis, favorite non-poker game?
Curtis Stokes.
Curtis Stokes,
Yes.
sitting in seat 4.
Correct.
His favorite non-poker game is basketball. He looks
Yep.
short.
He looks slim.
He
looks
does look
fit.
slim. He can get up
He
and down
looks
the court.
fit, yeah.
He is fit. That's for sure. You know that. He's fit. And he plays poker once a week or so. That's it. And his favorite hand, no queen deuce. Favorite hand, king 9. You gotta like that.
Oh, that's why he called it all in earlier.
That's it. You should have caught that earlier. My bad. All right.
Dr. Lambert.
Dr. Lambert.
I kind of wonder what kind of doctor he is. I mean, he could be a dentist, psychologist.
I've played at the table with him once before too.
Oh, you
He's-
have? Okay.
I believe if he is the guy I'm thinking of, he's extremely aggressive. So we'll see. That could spark a little bit of stuff going on at the table, right? That's what we need. John raises a 2K with ducks, pocket 2s.
I love the hand.
Yeah.
Can't get in trouble.
Yep. Let it
All
go
you gotta do,
anytime.
right? All you gotta do is flop a set and
King 6 of diamonds from Keith calls.
Dr. Gary.
Dr. Gary's got queen 8 and he calls. He doesn't like to fold a lot of hands.
Not a lot of
Correct.
people do.
We got a flop, 3, 6, 7. That's actually great for Keith.
Wait for John. Oh, he's gonna get a call from Keith here, I believe.
Oh, he shoves.
Oh, it's 10,000 in a 7K pot, 7.7. See, you never know. This
Right,
guy's
that's what I mean. It's the last thing you would have
unpredictable.
expected.
Exactly. Well, this tournament is
He called him.
turbo, yeah.
Versus King 6.
Looks like we're gonna lose another player here.
I don't know. We hit the 1-outer before. Now we're going for the 2-outer.
Oh, he needed a 5 for a chop.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that'll
Jeremy?
be it for John.
Yeah, we'll get a new player.
We'll say goodbye to John, who we didn't even get a chance to tell you how
Lemming?
much about or whatever. His favorite non-poker game, well, that's me, is Raz, and he plays every day online. He's an online player. His favorite poker hand, one of the classics, Queen 10.
Queen 10?
Queen 10. A lot of people love the Queen 10, that's for sure. Well, we're going to say goodbye to John and
Bye, John.
wish him luck going forward.
Put it upside down, you'll drive them wild.
Thinking maybe this
Oh, look,
Oh,
we
it's
got an
not-
HPT insignia.
There you go.
Cards I'm getting, I don't want airtime.
Okay, 5-1, please. 5-1.
Team is dealing them out. We're going to see what happens.
I'd rather be out there
Did
playing.
I leave it out there?
But
Oh.
today I decided to take a day off. I've been burned down.
Oh,
really,
okay, gotcha.
This is fun. This is really neat.
I thought you took my 5 you were taking and put out there.
Correct.
Anticipate what they have and get to share it with a bunch of people. Curtis ace deuces spades at this point in the tournament with his stack. I think he's got to put in a raise, but he doesn't. He lips. Richard King Jack, he's not going anywhere. Sandy folds. Keith folds.
Oh, the
Lou
senior,
with the ducks now.
the senior event, you're gonna see a lot of limping. Okay. None of them
I'm gonna go all in.
show aggression. Gary, hello.
Like
we were
I
just
told
talking
you.
about
What'd I
firing,
tell you?
right? Yes. Yes. Well, all he sees was dead money anyway.
Yep.
She goes, maybe I could get away with a shove here.
Yep.
What's he got there?
8,900.
Curtis asking for a count.
If he folds, I think he's gonna get a call from Richard.
He lets it go. No, I think Richard's folding at this point. He's not playing
My favorite hand.
that loose.
And it's not kings.
He said it's his favorite hand. I guess he wants to double down. Well played, Gary. Well played.
Yeah, he played that one great. That's what it's all about for sure.
I got 8s on my arm. I think if I see a fly at 8s. I think if I see a flop with pocket 8s, I'm probably in trouble. Unless one hits, you know. 8 kids. 1 in diapers, 1 on the way. My 8th is on the way.
Jeremy Smith in the
Well,
background.
I
believe
think
tournament
it's my
director.
claim to fame in the
The official time.
seniors. that I have, not that I have that many kids, is that I have one in diapers and I have one due.
40.
I heard somebody said someone have 8 kids.
No, 8 kids.
I got, I got those too. Yeah,
I got 2.
It's nice.
They're great ones. They're not kids anymore.
So Dave, are you
We're
planning on
blessed-
playing
we're
any
blessed to
other
have 'em,
events?
and then we're.
I'm gonna play.
It's
I'm gonna
nice
play
to
one
see
other
you all.
event,
See you later.
or one
Come
event.
visit.
This
It's good
I think
when you know
I'm
they're
playing
taking care of you,
I
know?
think there's another senior event on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I have to look on the
No,
schedule.
actually Tuesday would be the 6 max.
Okay, I'm going to look. There's one more senior event that I'm going to play in, and you know, throw my hat in the ring.
Follow my lead.
Uh-huh.
It's hard working full time, running a business. With my wife and I own the Little Guys in Mokina, Illinois. It's a home theater, audio, video, home technology store where we do everything from simple to the extreme. You can check it out at thelittleguys.com. A little shameless self-promotion.
There you go. Yeah, while we're doing this, I'd like to thank Windy City Poker Championship also to giving us an opportunity.
It's
to,
awesome for Kirk and his team, Alex, and they all work behind the scenes. It's unbelievable.
Right.
I think
Putting
Kirk's
in a
on a
lot of
24-hour run here. I don't
Yeah,
think he's had
and
some
they
sleep.
They set up the table for 14 hours.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
it's-
putting in some good work in here, you know?
That's a ton of work. We get to sit back and watch the hands and have some
Correct,
fun,
correct,
and
yes.
get to watch the mystery lady take down her first hand at the table,
Oh, she got some chips.
and she got some chips.
Hello.
Pennies at the kitchen table.
And we'll tell you who she is when she finishes filling out her form.
Yes, we'll get some more info about her.
We'll get the form filled out, and we'll be able to share that information with you. And her name, so I'm going to predict that her name is Julie.
You know what? Sounds like a.
Want to go with
Sounds
it?
good. Yeah, she looks like a Julie to me.
She looks like a Julie. There we go. So
She's coming in with a big stack.
it's funny that while it shouldn't make any difference, women at a table do change the dynamic of the table,
Sure.
especially in a
Sure.
senior tournament, because older guys don't like folding to women. It's really weird. I mean,
No,
it's
it's
just my
not-
observation.
it's
It's
not
not
that
a
also.
scientific fact.
I think that they have the biggest edge in poker for the simple fact that
I'm gonna go to
people actually
3,000.
think that they play tight and just
Yeah.
be pushed around and stuff. But I've seen women use
Yes.
that to her
Yeah, I got it.
advantage
I know.
to actually create some pots and
Call.
take down some pots.
Well, we haven't seen Gary's hand, but he raises the 3,000.
His position
Curtis
is
calls,
rough.
insta calls with Jack Queen,
3 players.
and Richard calls with 9-5 of hearts.
If I have a hobby other than poker.
And the flop, King 10-4. We don't know what Gary has, so we don't know if that's good or not. But knowing Gary, it's not really important whether he has something or not.
3,500.
There you go. Curtis leads out.
So I'm
Open
guessing-
ender.
I'm guessing if Gary have anything here, I think he's shoving all in.
Yes.
That's the only way. He cannot call here.
I cannot just call. I have 2 options.
See?
I got a fold or I
It's only 2 options. Go all in.
Richard folds, and now Gary's just, I
What do
think,
you have,
posing
Gary?
for the cameras.
Ace what?
I don't feel
Ace
too
jack.
good about
See?
that hand right now.
Yeah.
Nice hand.
Yeah.
Nice hand.
See, normally when you're in that position in a cutoff, ace jack looking down, maybe 11, 12 big blinds,
Yeah.
auto shove.
I think Curtis looks like he
These
pays
cards
way
first
more
came
conservatively
out,
than he really plays.
They were about 5,000 a deck.
It feels like he's playing the type of guy that would play tight, and he's not. He's not afraid to. He's got an open ender. What does he got? Max 8 outs.
The first prototype.
You know, against any pair, any good hands.
Actually, I don't mind the play. I can tell you why. That bet, if the guy don't have a king, he's definitely folding.
He's folding.
Okay. Or if he has like some sort of pocket 6s or 7s on those boards, he's definitely folding. And B, if the guy shove, I think he's fist bumping it. He's happily to call it
Yep,
with
yep.
open ender.
Good call. Good
Right.
call.
So maybe if the guy had ace 10 against his queen jack, maybe he could spike a 9, ace, queen, or a jack to win.
Good call. That's great. Great analysis. You're right. That's why you final table so many tournaments.
Thank you. Yeah, you know what? We're not like what I said earlier from the beginning. I'd like to discuss how are they gonna play, or
Yeah.
you know, just speculate on what kind of hands they're playing. not really here to talk about strategy.
Here's the perfect perfect example.
ahead.
Just
When
a
Julie
general, you
takes
don't
it
need
down
to
with a
take a focus
5-7 off.
Thank
Because the impression is she's new at the table, she's gonna play it tight, but she's using her stack. She's using that stack of chips to
But if you're not careful, you could
easily dwindle.
Right, exactly. So you gotta. I think the most important thing in here right now is like to keep that stack, to keep moving forward. Hello, Julie. How do you pronounce her last name?
Let's see, let's take a look. Wenger.
Wenger.
That's what it looks like to me.
That's
Julie
what it looks
Wenger was married, got 2 kids, 2 grandkids. She doesn't look that old. 2 grandkids, and plays 3 times a week. So I guess her kids are grown.
Yeah.
Right? And her favorite poker hand is Jack 10, although I think on the last hand it was 5-7.
Look at her favorite poker story. It says, "Aces full of kings getting beat by quad kings."
There you go. That's her favorite poker story. And
Do you have any? Do you have any to share?
oh my God.
Oh, you have a lot of them. Huh?
I'm always on the bad end of it.
Oh, really?
No. I've seen some great hands. I saw a great hand at Caesars where there's no bad beat. Quad queens beat quad jacks at about 2:30 in the morning in a 5-10 game where there was about $15,000 in the pot. Craziness, just pure
But
craziness.
there's no bad beat. Huh?
No bad beat, no nothing. The guy won $100 for, high hand because he had,
Correct,
the
correct.
quad queens paid, or the quad jacks. I'm sorry, paid $100. He just turned around, he gave it to the dealer. He got up and left the table.
Well, I'm bad.
That was it. He was done. But the hands play themselves out a lot, right? I mean,
There's nothing you can do.
got it. We mentioned before. Dr. Lambert sat down at the table. Gary Lambert in what we're calling C2. Totally plays a lot of poker, for sure. He's got 7 kids, 1 in diapers, and an 8th due New Year's Eve. So he's got a lot of kids. I played with Gary at the WSOP senior tournament in Las Vegas this year. He was at my table.
Okay.
That's where I recognize him from.
So what doctor?
Super
is he?
aggressive.
So what kind of doctor is he?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I know he plays a lot. He knows a lot of the pros. He has some relationship somehow with the with a lot of the pro players. I know he's good friends with Darvin Moon,
Okay.
who we brought over to the table to introduce to everybody, and some of the others.
Sure everything works.
It's a very interesting story. I believe I will ask him at a break or something. I'm pretty sure he was a professional rugby player.
Dr. Lambert is?
I believe that is the case. I might be completely wrong. It might have been somebody else at the table, but I think it was him. We'll ask him. I could be way off, but I think it was him. We'll find out. But he is extremely impressive.
Mr. Lambert here is from Quincy, Illinois. Do you know where Quincy is?
Sure, South.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a couple of friends out there that takes the train up. Yeah. Yeah, he has quite a resume. Not too shabby. 350,000 in earnings. He came in 3rd
Raise to 35.
on Deep Stack last year in August.
Yeah, he said his biggest cash out was what, about 86,000, according to this.
Correct. That sounds accurate.
How often do you play? 40 weekends a year. And his favorite hand, I think, is everybody's favorite hand, regardless of what they
Yeah.
tell you. It's aces.
When they first developed the card, they only had two decks,
Yeah.
and it was
I know he's really
Yeah,
well known in the
during the
industry.
series.
I remember
he
because of
was-
how many
he was
kids
testing them because
and the
they
range
were
of
like-
ages
Oh,
on the
so-
kids.
so
to do a
he's the
final
guy that
table,
came
the way it
in-
is, down to
Oh, he's the guy that
a
had
dealer
the kids
and a
do
guy
Yeah,
in
I
the
got
truck.
it.
Oh, he's
There's
the guy
7
that
and 1 on the
Down
way.
2 people.
Okay.
He's got
I'll
another
tell you
one
later
still
what-
due.
But
New Year's
one of
Eve.
the cards got ripped, and it was a big deal. They were like $5,000 a deck. There were only 2 decks.
And he talks. So I don't think it'll be real quiet.
I don't know what they are now. That was just the prototypes,
All right, so we start off the action here with Bob picking up 7s under the gun. Did we just see a call?
Raise.
I did, yeah.
He lived. Richard.
Julie raises to 4.5K. See how is Bob's gonna play this? 35 big blinds. These are the hands that are problematic. You get a flop that is over 7s, then most
You got
player
'em?
would just give it up.
And a call.
Want me to use seat 1?
Perhaps. Heads up.
I can use seat 1 and just reach over to it if you want. Doesn't matter.
All right, let's see how this one plays out.
So this is when poker comes in. We got 1 over 2 sevens, and we got an aggressive woman. She's playing ace king. This is the fun part. This is the poker
Yep,
part right here.
this is the part we're really figuring it
Right.
out. And she takes it down. She's
Right.
got too big a stack to mess with.
So you
Right? Too big a
Yes.
stack to mess with, and
Small blind.
This is what separates good player from
average player.
correct. Exactly.
not you. Yeah,
And I really believe that it's the reason you see the same people at the final table so often is because those people have those skills or have those. Of course, the cards have to come. But
Including a run good, you know, a
Right,
little bit
yeah,
of run
some run
good.
goods,
That
yeah,
is
some run
possible.
goods.
Yeah.
when you consistently see certain people at the final tables or even in the last couple of tables on a bigger tournament, it's typically skill. Well, it looks like we're going to lose Bob.
Bye,
And,
Bob.
Bring in
Gonna
another
get a new
future
player,
table. You got it.
I mean, no
Speaking
matter.
of run good, he was running pretty good. But he played it well.
Are you getting that now?
Played it well. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Action
getting it?
Richard.
I'm going over to seat 1. You got it? Yeah, got it. That's fine.
We just keep on scratching up people. Just keep on coming in. Coming in,
Trying to
coming
keep my
out.
list straight, but speaking of amateurs.
Right.
All right, players in the seniors tournament, your prize pool information is scrolling.
All right. We got a
We have a total of 300
Brace.
even players.
1,000.
We have a
Curtis
couple
was
of
nice. I
aggressive
love it.
re-entries.
I think they're close to the price. I think the
Our
registration is
leader
close.
is Benny. Benny had 6 total re-entries, so let's give a big round of applause to Benny.
How many say?
Wow, they're giving applause
Go
for
Betty.
re-entries now. He had 6 of them.
He's having fun. He's having fun.
6
Currently,
reentries.
we have about 140
is
of you
when you
left.
bust
We're
out,
going to
you
be
can
paying
come
out
back
31
in.
spots tonight.
Buy back
Right.
into the tournament. This guy did it 6 times.
$448.
Gotcha, yeah,
all
gotcha,
the way to
okay.
First place, $11,314.
Standard
Great job, guys.
first.
Good luck.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's great. Danny's going to need to get first place in order to break even on his 6 reentries. Not really, but close.
At least make the final table.
Julie folds king 5 of diamonds. Wow. Oh, position.
Yeah.
So let's keep an eye on Julie. I think she's position's priority.
Oh, she's gonna make it interesting. I think.
Yeah. Here's Keith with pocket 10s and he raises it up to looks like
4.5k.
You got it.
4.5.
Even Gary's got to pull the deuce 3 here. I think he's going to get away with it. There it is. Very nice.
See,
hand.
when I play in a table where there's about 4 or 5 that are senior citizens,
You gotta get your
You gotta get take your drink off.
I tend to slow down.
If
like
water
small
hits
pots
these,
with them.
that'd be a mess.
I don't. There's a lot of guys out there that plays really aggressive,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of guys out there that just play low.
There's a chip in
I
the
think
place.
it's much easy to get chips from an aggressive player than
peel the corners, kind of listen.
It's about patience, right? Don't you think it's the
correct,
biggest
sure,
part of the
sure,
game?
absolutely.
For
Hey, honey, I
some
can't
of us,
talk. I'm at a poker
we
table.
like the action. We like
I
we
can't
like
talk.
playing, and that forces us to play hands that we probably shouldn't play.
Correct.
Right? Where other guys have the utmost patience and they don't care and they'll just sit there all day long and fold until it gets them to where they need to be.
For the viewers.
At least they're finally starting to talk at the table. Loosen up a little bit.
Yes, I still have like a couple of buddies that are in the monster stack. There's only like maybe 53rd step or whatever.
It's great.
Yep.
It's fun counting down. I had a friend in Vegas over the last month or so who won a seat to the WSOP and took the cash instead and bought into the big tournament at the Venetian.
Yes.
And and one other big one, and you know,
Alright, go ahead, Nina.
kind of watched them and tracked them and followed them, and it was a ton of fun. And he's relaxed enough
So
so he
am I
can
the
text
only
back
person with
after
7
hands
kids,
and after stuff.
one in diapers, and one on the way at this table right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not Amish, obviously.
I say, God bless you.
Thank you. We do New Year's Eve with our eighth. I got to always bring that up at the senior tournaments because it's
There you
it's
go.
about the
Now,
only
you know,
record I
we
can
got
hold.
we got a loose table
I
now.
told you,
They're
Gary,
having
once he
conversation now.
starts.
There you go.
No laughing.
People have smiles. on
We
their
hear you
faces.
behind that curtain.
I hope you wrote that on the, as far as.
Oh, hello,
I
Mr.
dribbled it
Lambert.
on there. Like I,
Gary wakes up with a real hand.
Better buy the television.
Or shoves.
Standard.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
out.
Stack.
all in and a call.
Very standard. Oh,
Mike's got a
ace
call.
queen. The classic. Oh, flip.
And a fold. Go ahead and flip them, guys.
There we go.
See, I gotta learn how to do this,
Tens
whether
versus
behind or
ace-queen.
ahead.
Yeah.
That's what I need to learn how to do.
Let it go.
When? No, when? How do I flop an ace or a queen when I have ace queen against
Yeah.
tens? Or how do I?
Well, it's looking good for Doc.
That's that.
599.
He holds? I mean, do we get a river here?
There it
Hello.
is.
Since I've been here, I've had jacks twice, tens, ace jack, ace king.
Doc's exaggerating. A little
I'm not
bit
talking
about
to you.
his hands here.
I'm not
Telling
talking to
everybody
you.
what he had.
I'm just
It's
saying.
bad flops, huh, bro?
I'm gonna correct myself there. He's not exaggerating a little bit.
Yeah.
He's extremely exaggerating.
Extremely.
Yeah, better luck with
That
those
was the best
tens
hand
than
he's
I
had
do.
since he sat
Call
down.
it
The
nine
numbers
on-
are
right on
correct.
the flop.
And he's telling me he had ace kings and queens.
Oh, he had a perfect hand with the 8-3 of diamonds.
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
Yep.
Here you go, my friend.
All three of my friends were right here. You can see him on our screen.
That's awesome.
Yep, playing for 54,000 up top.
Well, you don't
for
want
the
them all
monster
playing each
stand.
other though.
There's when you sit down at a poker table, there's no friends.
I know.
If my grandma's sitting across from me, I'd check race her, okay? And she'd be like, why would you do that?
Sorry, Graham.
35.
Gary picking up hands
Yeah, he
here.
can't let it-
Yep.
Actually got another hand.
Then I got a technical question. I just have to know. I'm one of those people I gotta know. After the hand, after the hand. Can a
Richard.
Oh, Richard. Oh, he's gonna play. Oh, I love this. I think I know what he's doing here.
Cards, wallets on it. Will it mess anything up?
He's trying to play poker here.
Yep. So Richard raises to put the pressure on the rest of the people to fold.
Correct.
And to go heads up against Gary.
1200 on the blind with the 200 Annie.
4,000.
Oh.
I believe Richard is.
He's betting to represent.
You know what? I think.
Make
Yep.
a move on the river.
Here you go. Now Richard's gonna take it on the turn. Now he's gonna have to bet it. He can't just check here. Look at this. Poker. This is poker right
That's
here.
poker.
At its finest.
Fold, nice hand.
Even against an
At its-
aggressive
at its
player, he has
finest.
to let it go.
Yes. Look at that.
That's
And he's
great
tapping
poker.
like good fold. You know, he's tapping like good fold.
That's great
This
poker.
is what I want to see. I don't want to see aces versus kings that happens
Yeah, yeah.
every day, like you know, like every 2 minutes across the country. I'd like to see great plays like this.
Yep. Well, that's the thing about Richard is that while he makes some crazy moves, he plays really well.
Depends on the tournament, I guess. Depends on the structure. Depends on your stack sizes. But normally, those were like unorthodox play. Okay. Most people said, you know, it's not profitable here. There's so many strategy. Okay. But
Yeah, I think it's
but-
pro play. I think it's thought out.
correct.
Smart play. And you know what? You got to be willing to lose with it once in a while.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
That's why I kind of like those players where they're not calling a hand because they think that it's gonna hit or they think it's a good hand. They're calling because
Getting ready for the next move.
correct. Try
That's
to set
great.
up a player where
Great.
if this guy checks to me, you know, and then I'm gonna have to take the pot.
That's right. I agree.
All right, we got
100%.
a couple of well, we got
At least one new player, right?
yes, we got a bio sheet here. Mike Buddha, is that? Am I pronouncing it
Paul.
right? Is it an A?
It looks like Buddha to me.
Later, just for kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
What a cool last name, huh?
That's what it
Could
looks
be
like
my
to me.
name, Mike Buddha. Is that Buddha?
Six, that was a bad board.
There you go.
42.
I'm not sure.
A or an H. We're gonna go with Mike Bud. No, it's Mike Buddha, I think.
Yes,
We'll
we got some
get
action
clarification.
here.
No big deal.
We're leaving.
What does he like to do? His favorite? He loves Hold'em. I'm gonna suggest that at some point, even though he's a senior, 66 years old, I'm gonna say that Mike probably ought to take a handwriting class. So we can
I think
read
he's a
his-
doctor.
So we can read his
It looks
sheet.
like a prescription to me.
Likes to play. He's married. Plays 30 hours a week.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
Are you sure he's playing poker or bingo?
30 hours a week, it says. And his favorite poker hand, queens. Yikes. All right.
Are you sure he's playing? I mean, like,
Let's see what he has
sometimes,
to say.
you know, when you get up to that age, you know, people get Alzheimer's and stuff. They don't know whether it's bingo,
Oh
poker,
no,
you know?
Mike. I've seen Mike around. I think he's a pretty good player. I think he's a classic senior player. Let's see what happens. All right, Curtis wakes up with ace queen, and Julie just let's see what happens.
5,000.
She's going to call here, definitely. She can't
5K
just fold to
call.
this. Yes,
No, she's
yes.
not folded. She's never folded. Although that's a tough flop for her hand. So she raised him.
5,000.
She did.
And he insta calls. Oh, no, we're a little behind. Sorry.
Oh, because the graphics.
That
yeah,
makes
of
way
course.
more sense. That makes way more sense. We're watching the graphics a little bit, and they're a little bit behind. Curtis takes down a nice pot.
He's playing solid. I like him.
Yeah, he really is playing good. Very hard to tell.
Yeah.
Very tough to read, and he's not afraid to put it in when he needs to put it in.
Right. He made a big hand against Bob. I mean, Bob is a good player. He's good enough to fold those hands. But if it would have been somebody else,
Yeah. I agree.
so we're left with what? How many original players do we have? 3. Curtis Stokes, Sandy Marlette,
Right.
and Lou Ortale.
You got it. And was Keith there? I think Keith might have been there from the beginning. Somehow we screwed up the sheet, I think so. We being me. You had nothing to do with it. It was all on me.
Oh hey, we got a new player again. Seat
So Lou has left us.
we got a new player named David Goodfriend. Everybody knows him. Solid.
Here we go. Gina deals him out, and we'll see what happens. Gary is first to act, 8-3, and he folds. Curtis folds. Richard folds. Keith calls the 600.
There you go. Good friend. Good friend. That's how you pronounce it, huh? Oh, yes, sir. So, he's Chicago guy.
Yeah, new
Originally
player.
from
He's a
Skokie.
really aggressive player. Very good
He
player.
won the 3K championship with the Windy City.
Yeah, he's an exceptional player.
Yep.
And
I played with him.
a Windy City regular.
Correct. I played with him in Oklahoma this year.
Did you really?
One of my deepest runs in Choctaw.
Dave bets out. Keith calls with an 8-10, hoping to hit the gut shot.
Hello. Looks like we're gonna lose one player here, or probably not.
No, I don't.
One of them is gonna be crippled, and one of them, I mean, 7 of hearts. Look to bring 7 of hearts. A bit of bad
He's
river.
not going to be able to fold because of the hard draw.
And he's gonna have a straight. Yes. What was the bet here now? 6.5K. Bottom 17.7K. I think he's gonna race here. What do you think?
It would be.
Looks
it
like
would be
racing
the-
chips to
It would
me.
be what I would do. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he's gonna or not. He's thinking about
It's
it. or
much
is it-
easy. It's much easy to look. He's going all in. All right.
Wow.
You said this is first hand.
Dave actually has a decision to make here. I mean, he probably knows right now that
He could.
knows he's beat.
Yeah.
He's
yes.
behind, not
Absolutely.
beat, he's
Absolutely. Yes.
behind. He knows he's behind. It's just there's so many ways for him to.
To win a
Yeah.
9. I mean, the only thing that he has to worry about here is 7-8.
Yep.
Because if it's 7-8, it kills all his 2 pairs.
You got it.
Kills all his strips, and he has to rely on hearts. So his all in is 29.5k, right?
Yep.
Are we looking at it? Okay.
And he's got 20 in his deck.
And then
and
he calls. Yep.
And they turn him over.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Looks like we're gonna lose Dave here if he doesn't hit a heart, a 9, a heart. Hello, run good.
He hits the heart. And
Yep.
That's why you play. And we're gonna lose Keith.
I knew we were gonna lose one of them, and one of them was gonna be crippled.
That's a run good.
Yep, can't beat that.
But really, I think you have to make the call almost. I mean, if you're playing a tournament, you're playing to win. If you're playing to just see how long you can sit around the table, then you can fold all the time. But if you're playing to win, you gotta call some hands.
Well,
you gotta take some chances.
you have to take everything into consideration in that particular moment. Okay, if I have David's hand, all I have to worry about is 7-8 because that kills a lot of outs.
Yeah.
So if I'm worried about one pair hands, then that's when you go in your mat.
So he's new to the table. Maybe he's played with him before. Maybe he hasn't. You just got to trust your instincts, play your game, and
We all know the thing is like we know that he's not drawing that.
that's right. That was interesting.
Yep.
All right, we start another.
He plays
hand.
like one of those young kids nowadays. He actually had a good run in the Colossus this year. He came in 50th place out of 21,000 players.
Well, that's awesome.
So he knows how to navigate a field.
Yep.
He knows how to play.
Richard calls with Jack Queen suited. Standard call, I think.
Super. With that kind of stack, with the blinds up there,
King
seniors
9.
event, they're not. Can't fold 10. You can't fold 10 jack in the bottom. Gary's checking.
But Gary's game has to change a little bit because of the guys who are sitting at the table now.
True. Yeah. Well, he knows Dave, so they. I'm pretty sure they play.
Check to Gary. That's 5K.
Look at that. Gary wins.
Ace deuce is
Well,
good.
as they say, aggression usually wins at the table,
Sure.
right?
Sometimes hurt you, but
Usually wins at the table.
Correct.
Long term, it's the winner.
What's the big blunt?
We're waiting to bring another player to the table, and we're waiting to find out a little bit more about Dave Goodfriend.
Just getting
His
overranked here,
stat sheet.
I
I'll
heard
tell you
you.
a little bit about him when he gets here.
Child just left the house.
Yes, I am.
You're
I'm
going 100 miles an
And
hour.
I'm really
In the
proud of
meantime,
him.
we're
He
having a
did
break.
really
I'd like to
great.
thank my sponsors.
God, yeah.
Where's he headed?
GangsterAudio.com. You can follow us
We're from
at
Illinois, and we got
Kix,
in-state tuition because of his grade points.
KIX7.com.
There you go.
Yeah,
Now we have an exposed card.
Exposed.
you gave me an ace in place of it. Don't worry about it.
My sixth, I have 5 daughters. So my
And now they're smiling a little bit. They're getting a little looser.
gotta let you think.
You got Gary at the table. You got Richard. It's gonna be okay. It's good to see Curtis having some fun.
Now that I did that, let me look at it.
This is a good spot for David Goodfriend. I mean, it should be like a walk in the park,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people are gonna have a hard time.
We have a really good school we're looking at this Thursday. She has scholarship.
Hey, we got Mr. Kasputis.
That's a good
You know who it is?
No.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Kasputis owns the Rockford Charitables.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. His son is a very good player also.
Yeah, exactly. We'll say hello.
Yes.
And a check.
Ge-
He's gonna check.
Check. Check.
Check.
So,
Yes, then I am not mistaken. Then
There
it
you
is
go.
Mr. Jim Kasputis, Senior, at Rockford Charitables.
well known. Charity poker games run around the Chicagoland area,
25.
mostly on the north side, western suburbs.
Northwest suburbs,
know,
correct, correct.
Yeah.
They run all over the place.
I think I might have called you actually with the king high there. As the king queen would have been as good as, not as good as deuces, but
Check in. Do you know your check count? Alright, I'll help you. What's your first name? Jim.
Jim, did you bring your own chips or those ones you want out here?
All right, seniors, just so you know, I'm good. I'm working
Did you
on
bring your own
that.
chips? Yeah, you knew him. Yeah. That's a great joke. Do you guys know him? Did you bring your own chips? Oh man.
That guy you had an argument with? He was so out of bounds. No, you didn't say nothing. He was so out of bounds.
Hey, we're doing a little bit of a chip count here, so there's a little bit of a delay.
Not only the complaint for what he did. I mean that's borderline. You know, yeah.
75 even.
If I was there for one more hand, where I wasn't the first, I didn't sit at the table yet. I was sitting down because I saw it happen. I couldn't really say too much, but if I was there for one hand earlier.
All right, so while we have a break, we'll talk a little bit about Windy City Poker is a charity poker group. A group that puts on charity outings and all around the south suburbs of Chicago, and does a great job. A great place to come out and make friends as well as play some poker.
Shows up with
There's,
all his fancy chips.
Jeremy,
tournaments. You can check them out at windycity.com. Well, actually, we'll get you the right
All right, sorry, I'm back now.
URL or the right.
Yeah, I gotta get some information, and we got David Goodfriend. Favorite non-poker game is horse racing. Okay. Single, no kids. Frequently.
All right, players,
Favorite hand is ace nine
just want to
suited.
remind you, this coming Wednesday, round
Favorite
2,
athlete, Jonathan Jones,
tournament,
right?
11
good.
a.m. on Wednesday.
Well, his favorite app.
You
Ma'am,
get a Wednesday discount.
Ma'am, can I get a black coffee?
You got me.
$10,000
We'll look it up.
guaranteed.
Can I also have a water?
Talking about the hockey
Don't forget,
player.
players also
Oh,
have
Jonathan
7
Taves.
days
Taves.
on
Yeah,
it.
looking
not
at it.
Joe's. It
I
looks
couldn't
like
read it.
Joe's.
Look at Joe's.
Exactly. Yeah, and he said his favorite poker player is
Starts at
Timex.
4 o'clock.
I apologize.
Timex is a nickname.
More than
The
5 players
online
will
player,
participate.
Mike McDonald.
Being hosted in the
Canadian
executive
guy.
lounge
There you
across
go.
the hall.
7,000?
So we got
Bring it up.
Ace King.
Special on that one.
Oh
Executive lounge is
Lord,
open.
Yeah.
your pocket
Registration's
nines.
open for
Just bringing up the
2.5
action
hours.
already. Here comes the re-raise.
They re-raises.
No, he flatted. He calls.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he call?
Yeah, he just calls. So the action goes 1.2k from Richard Roper. Jim raises to 7k. Dave flats.
And a call. 3 players.
And Richard calls?
Well,
Okay, yeah, he did.
yeah, he did call.
3-way. Can he get a flop?
Flop. What's
Queen-
the flop?
queen- The Wexler.
The
hand.
Wexler. Queen,
Gotta be
queen.
the Wexler.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So we have the Wexler flop.
Nobody expects it.
And a fold.
It'll be awesome if Jim Kasputis
So guys, don't
just
forget,
barrel.
7 o'clock tonight,
all
we
that
have a
gets out of
$100
there.
cash tournament.
See, I think Dave feels really good about his hand right
7
now.
o'clock tournament tonight. Lots of poker here at HPT.
I think David is just gonna check it behind. No, actually, you know what? He's gonna try to protect his hand.
Yeah,
If he
check.
thinks, if he thinks that,
Yeah.
yep. I think he's just gonna go check. It's hard for him to value.
You
his
can't.
nines.
You can't value
See?
here.
Yeah. Normally, I just.
And we know what Jim's thinking to himself, right? I missed the bet.
Correct.
I
No,
missed the
actually,
bet.
once he.
even though he did the right thing, in his head.
Once he checks the turn,
Yeah.
he could never ever tell a good story, unless he's that tricky.
You need a size, you need
Players remaining only 112. I don't know if that's right. You think that's the thing?
It's fascinating back here, seeing these people's games, seeing exactly what their moves are, seeing what's going on. It's really a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
It's awesome. I thank Windy City and Kirk for the opportunity to sit back here, and especially with somebody like you who's got the experience and understands the game so well, as opposed to me who just likes to go and play. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Every day's a learning experience. Every time I sit at a table, it's like learning something that I
I
haven't
agree 100%.
that I know before. You know, it's tough.
Gary actually has a pair of
He's about a 41.
41 for that.
and he raises to 4.1. We don't know what Curtis has.
Hello, ladies. He just smooth calls. Oh,
Huh?
tricky. What did I tell you about Curtis?
He wants to avoid the ace on the flop, that's all.
You think? Oh yeah, maybe. There's no avoiding here. Both of them are. I think it's going in.
Yep.
Curtis checks. No.
It's on me, right?
Yeah. No, he
It's
didn't
on you,
raise it
sir.
yet.
It's on you.
He's got a bet.
6.5. Oh, he's going big. 9.
10,000.
10 even? Oh. I don't think he could. I don't think Gary could play here.
Players all in?
Yep.
Call.
And a call. Go ahead and flip them, guys. Go ahead and flip them.
6 out for Mr. Gary.
Sevens.
He's got the sixes, right?
6 out. 7 or 6. Good game, Doc.
Yep.
All right, we lose another player. That seat 2 is a curse, I think.
That
How many
seat is
players?
bad.
1, 2,
I'm
we
running
have
out of room
4.
to scratch them out. Running
We
out
have
of
4
space.
players that we lose in that seat.
Running out of room. Some good players, too.
Oh, wow.
Nanny, please. Go ahead, Nanny.
Oh, and I'm blind.
Fascinating table. Roper's good. Boy, I avoided that one. How did I get out of that one?
Thank you.